Hey everybody, this is Frilioth and welcome back to another Minecraft episode on the AlphaCraft server. Today is a really special day because today I'm getting delivery of my Frilomatic 3000. I'm really excited. I've been looking forward to this day for quite some time. So let's have a rundown and have a look at it. Okay, I've told the delivery people to put it in the room just downstairs by the front doors. So let's have a run down there now and have a shufty. Can't wait. I know the hype on it is amazing. This thing's going to change my life. Okay, are you ready? This is going to be brilliant. The Frilomatic 3000. Oh, my steak knives. At least I've got my set of... Oh, mistake, my mistake. Oh, okay. Frilomatic 3000 mini edition. Okay, read this first. The Frilomatic 3000 instructions. Frilomatic 3000 instructions. Please read carefully. Press the button to turn it on. Warranty. This area is intentionally blank. Have I missed a page there? And please read carefully. Press button to turn on. This area is intentionally blank. I don't think I've missed anything. Okay. Are we ready? I've been properly turned over, guys. Okay. Well, I'll be honest with you guys, that was a bit of a letdown, wasn't it, really? I didn't know what I was expecting, but I certainly wasn't expecting that. So I'm going to try and not let that ruin the rest of my day. What I'm going to do now is, I've been told by Spider that Frozen Store is out of ice and snow again, or out of snow. Sorry, so I'm going to get myself a little bit more snow, head over to spawn, fill that back up again, have a look to see if I've got any diamonds over there, and have a look around spawn. I'm sure something's been happening since I've been there, but today my plan is to at least start the Guardian farm. I need to extend the border a little bit, so I am going to have to do quite a bit of that off camera by putting down loads of sand to get rid of some of the water around the outside. But the plan is, and best made plans and all of that, but the plan today is to get the Guardian farm started. So let me get some snow and I'll meet you over at spawn. So I was just about to jump in my nether tunnel to go to spawn, and I'd completely forgotten that I'd asked Bunny to make me some Guardian shop banners. So here they are. So I'll grab those on my way through. Thank you, Bunny. And then we'll head to spawn. Hi, Olaf. Oh, we've got a few bits of snow in here then, have we? Got told you'd run out, Olaf. Got a little bit left in there. But none at the top, so let's put that back in there again. Hopefully that should filter down into the bottom. Got a fair stack of diamonds though. So I'll have those away. Excellent. That's not a bad little haul. Nearly a stack of diamonds out of that. GG Olaf, keep up the good work. Dibs. Run out of business. Right, so now I'm going to mess about with my Guardian, the front of a Guardian shop. Just for a second, just put these banners up. That looks fantastic, thank you, Bunny. Now that's all done, we're going to go over to the Guardian farm and we are going to start some work over there. So as promised, I've done a little bit of work over here. Now, as you can see, I've drained all of the pods of water. That was easy to do. I just blocked up the top. There's flowing water at the top, and I just put some blocks up there to block it off. So that stopped guardians spawning. Well, most of them spawning anyway. They can still spawn in the little area under there where there's a little bit of water, but it's negligible, really. And I've gone to work on this particular vat, and this is the design I've decided to come up with, which is orange concrete at the bottom, then some cyan, believe it or not, terracotta, and some grey concrete and black glass. And I'm liking the look of that. So I've done a little bit more work since you were last here. I've lowered the floor slightly. I was hoping to put a nice pattern in the floor down there, but at least one of the chunks down there over the back somewhere is a slime chunk. So I'm not able to do that. In fairness, I think there's probably more than one. There was one over in the corner, and I'm pretty sure there was one over here somewhere as well. It's not surprising. This is quite a big area that's been dug out, so it doesn't surprise me at all that there's a couple of slime chunks down here. But it does mean that I can't put a nice pattern in the floor, or a nice terracotta kind of pattern in the floor. But I'll get over it. So what the plan is then is for the guardians to spawn in the vats at the top. They're going to fall down into a glass water chute that's going to bring them across to the middle on this level. So we're down there looking up. It's going to bring them to the center and then run them all the way down the back, joining with those two vats there, and it's going to drop them down a chute and then drop them into these two vats down the bottom. And the idea is I'm going to try and get them to stay in there for a little bit, so they'll drop in and you'll be able to see them in there. It's like this is aesthetic. It adds nothing to the farm as far as efficiency is concerned. It's just something cool to look at. So they'll fall down, stay in that vat for a little bit, then fall out the bottom, and they'll go along to this bubble column elevator. There'll be one on either side. They'll go up the bubble column elevator, go around, and they'll drop into these two vats. They'll be slightly shorter. They'll be tall and thin. These are going to be short and fat. They'll drop into these desalination kind of vats here. You'll be able to see them through the glass at the front, and then eventually they'll fall out the bottom, go up there, across, and then they'll drop into here again on both sides. And in here we're going to have some soul sand or soul campfires or whatever they're called. So the guardians are going to plop in. They're going to flap around. I might even put water in there as well to stop them bouncing up and down, but maybe I won't. I don't know yet. But eventually they'll die. The drops will fall out onto the campfires and be sucked up by hoppers underneath, and they'll I'll either get them shot up out the back, the drops, in another water elevator, or maybe out the side. I don't know. Maybe out. Yeah, possibly out the side. So I've put the water chutes in now. So the guys are going to fall down there, flow along these water chutes, and then fall down into these vats. And I need to get up on top of there because I need to fill them with water. So I need to get some ladders on here so we can get on top. So the guardians are going to fall through this hole, and you might be able to see they'll fall straight down. The water alone isn't enough to stop them from falling straight through, even from that little height there. If they fall from there, they'll drop into the tank and they'll go straight through and straight out the bottom. So by putting a block there, they'll fall through and they'll hit that block and they'll stop. And then eventually, when there's a few of them in there, they should swim up and down a little bit. Eventually, they'll swim over to the back and they'll fall down out of the back. Now, I've done quite a bit of testing of this in my testing world, and it works. So that's good, isn't it, really? So if I put some water there, like that, it should force them. Eventually, they'll swim up to the top and they'll get pushed over to the back and then fall straight down and out. But it will give them enough time in there to be able to swim up and down and make it look like they're doing something. It's Is that the right? Oh, it is the right colour. Thought it was. It looked like they're in there just flapping up and down, which is the right result. So that's that done. So we need to build up. I don't know whether to just leave that as stone. I guess I could, couldn't I? I don't know what else I could put. Terracotta in there, but we don't have stairs. And I want to cover this with glass. And if I don't use stairs there, the glass sits proud of the... it looks untidy. So I think I'm going to leave it as that. Yeah, we'll do that. And then it'll fall down into there. Go across. I've got water in there, haven't I? I'm sure I have. Yeah. Problem I've got, and I don't know whether it's this texture pack or not. I think it probably is. Sometimes it doesn't look like there's any water in there. And then sometimes it does. But the benefits of this texture pack, to me anyway, outweigh the disadvantages. So I'm going to keep it. Even though I know some of you might not like it. The glass, I just like the glass better. And the writing, actually, you can see from the writing on screen, it's less blocky. I just like it. And it allows me to put pictures in there. There's all kinds of different reasons. Anyway, here I am explaining myself. Did you see the guy up there then? So that's that. I need to make some more ladders. And then I'm going to build these up a little bit higher. Like I said, I don't want these to be as high as that. You see, they're the... I don't know exactly what they're called. I'm sure they've got names, but I've seen them in factories, in food processing factories, where you've got the big tall ones and then you've got the short fat ones. I'm going to call them big and tall and short and fat. Okay? Just cause. Right, I think that's about the right size. I'm liking the size of that. So I need to build that up and drop it around. What I want to do is I want the pipe to go around the top and then go into both of these vats. And I'm hoping that as I'll put a hole in the top pipe. And I'm hoping that some of the guardians, instead of going straight across, will fall into that vat. As well as go straight across. So I'll have some fall into there. The rest of them will go along into there. I'll have to see how it works. It won't affect anything anyway, because they'll both come straight out the bottom and go across there anyway. I just would like it to look like both vats are being filled up at the same time. So I'll just build this up and then I'll whiz it around and build it across those two. Really, I should let a guardian through, shouldn't I? And see, or a few of them through, and see how it works. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that when I've got these. Well, I've got to test it. Okay, so we've got the piping now, and I'm beginning to love this. It's looking just like I wanted it to. So I need to fill that up with water. So I need to go and grab myself some more water buckets and some water. I need some signs as well. So I'll just finish off with the top pieces of glass. Now what I've done here is the hole leads straight down into that vat. I've put a sign at the bottom exactly the same as I've done over there. So when the guardians fall through, they'll hit the block at the bottom and then eventually flow backwards and fall down. But this sign here hopefully will allow some to fall through, but some to go straight across. I'm thinking that, in fairness, the majority of them are going to go straight across. It depends, I guess, how many are in the chute and how many are trying to swim back against the current. We'll just have to wait and see, won't we? So I'll just extend this out just a little bit more and then jump down and make the other vat. Little tweaks here and little tweaks there, and it's coming together. I'm starting to like this a lot. So now, do I need to put, I can't remember whether I've put water in here yet. I don't think I've put water in here yet. I haven't. Gotta fall down there. Water in there. Need to put a slab there. I've grabbed myself some blue ice as well, as I'm hoping that that'll make them slide across the gaps a little easier. Perfect. I get all nervous when I'm putting this in like this, because if I make a mistake, you make a mistake with Guardians and there are a cajillion of them flying around everywhere. You've had it. You just can't. Nothing you can do. You've had it. Right, now that's done, we can move on to the killing area. So they're going to drop down there, go up there, and they're going to fall into here, which is going to be a little killing area. And it's again, it's not efficient. Don't be putting in the comments that, oh, that's not efficient. You just need to get rid of them. I know, I understand all of that. This is aesthetic. This is just here to look interesting. So they're going to fall into this vat, and this vat's going to be 1 block wide, and it's going to have campfires here, and it's going to be full of downward flowing water. So the Guardians are going to fall in, and literally it's going to look like they're being cooked. It's very macabre, but it's hopefully going to look visually very, very interesting. They're going to fall in there, they're going to swim around. The campfires, the soul sand campfires, are going to cook them. The drops are going to fall out into hoppers underneath, and a set of droppers which is going to spit out the drops and send them in a water chute into the middle here, where we're going to have a big sorting system underground. So it'll have a glass on the roof, on the top of it, and it'll sort all of the stuffs, and then each item will get shipped off into a big vat, and we're going to have some silo kind of storage vats here, 4 of them, 1 for each of the drops. I know you can get fish as well. You can get the tropical fish, but they're just going to have to spin around at the top in the sorter until they despawn. But there aren't going to be a lot of those. A few dolphins may make it through, but not a great deal. So if we dig out a little bit at the back. Okay, so if we have droppers then just here, like that, and then we can have hoppers going into those, and then hoppers into those. Like that, and then campfires on there, very cool. Let's stick another layer of glass on top of this. This is eventually going to be three high to give them plenty of room to swim about in. As I say, this is not the most efficient way of doing it, but hey, what are you going to do? So that's going to spit out now into an underground water column that's going to flow down here into the sorter. So we need to stick a bit of redstone at the back, don't we? Oh yes, we do. Then a very basic clock. That into there, that into there. Redstone there, and there, and there. So now everything that falls into that dropper gets spat out the front. But you knew that. That's that done. Get a bit of light down here. Flashing redstone. So you need a bit of light. Now we just need to stick in some water. Probably stick a bit of ice down here as well. Now anything that goes into there gets spat out and shot, hopefully, down the end. Perfect. So if we fill that now with glass, we'll be able to see in. Excellent. Okay, yeah, I'm loving that. I'm probably going to put glass all the way along here as well. So on top of here, I'm probably going to have to put some grey carpet to stop things from spawning. But inside here, I'm going to need some water. But I need it flowing downwards. It needs to be flowing down water, because if it's not, then any drops will float to the top and they won't get picked up. Actually, looking at it, I think I'm going to go up another one. I think we're going to make it 3 high. Up, across, down into here. Have I got any glass? I do have some glass. So now we need we need some slabs. That's going to be a hole, so I need a slab there. Now I need to go and grab myself a few buckets of water. Excellent. Okay, so they're going to fall in there, they're going to swim about, they're going to eventually die. As sad as it may be. Do I have any grey carpet on me? That'd be ideal if I did. If I open one of the vats up, even just for a little bit, we'll get guardians in, but they could go anywhere. Should we do it anyway? I mean, what's the worst that can happen? We're going to get guardians everywhere. They'll go into there. We'll sort it out. Let's open one of the vats up. Not completely. We'll just open a couple of blocks up and see what happens. Once the roof's on the top, they won't be able to jump about as much. Already, there's only a tiny little bit of water up there. Oh, brilliant. That's working pretty decent. Okay, so far, there's only 2 of them in there. Very good. Oh yes, oh yes. I need to go and turn that off. That is brilliant. Excellent. I think that is a very, very good test. I'll have to sort those guys out later. Okay, now that's done, I'm going to stick in the sorting system here. I'm going to dig a hole to do that. I've also marked out where the vats are going to go. I'm going to stick the vats here. There's going to be 4 of them, like I said. So if I just dig this out, go down 4 blocks, I think it is. So now we've done that. The water's going to flow in through there, and there's going to be glass at the top so you can see in. That's going to be the air gap for the items to flow around the top on, and this is going to be the level where the blocks are that hold the water. So we're going to want, probably going to want ice on this side. Have I got? No, I need compressed ice. There it is. Get compressed ice here. And then I'm going to want 1 gap, 2, 1. I'm going to want the hoppers in there. There and there, miss a gap, there and there. The problem I've got, and I don't normally do it, but there was reasons why I had to do it on this build. It's an even number of blocks wide, and nearly all the time I will build with odd numbers so that the center block is a single block. If you build in even numbers, the center block's got to be 2 by 2, and it has caused me a little bit of a problem. And it does mean that for the 4 hoppers, I am going to need a space in the middle of 2 blocks, but it's not going to be a biggie. But as I say, as a rule, when I can get away with it, I'll only build with odd numbers in order to get away from that. Would have been nice to have one line down the middle, but I can't do that. It would be off center, and having 2 blocks is better for me than having just the 1 block and being off center. Now all the top hoppers are locked. Perfect. Yeah, so I need to fill this in now. Do I fill this in with grey or... Maybe I'll fill it in with black. Concrete. Or dark grey concrete. Grey concrete. Even. Let's fill it in with grey concrete. I'm going to go and grab some grey concrete. How many times can I say grey concrete? I don't know to leave that as grey concrete powder, actually. It's got quite a nice texture to it. I like that down there. Yeah. Leave that as powder. Hopefully I won't spill water on it. If I spill water on it, I'm going to have to change it all. But for the time being, let's leave it as powder. It's got to fill in the walls now. So I've started by putting the base down and the first chest. I'm going to be replacing the slabs with glass, I think, because I want a pattern on the floor. The glass just looks a little bit too plain. So I'm going to come up with an idea of a pattern underneath, but because I'm putting a pattern underneath with solid blocks, I'm going to need to cover it with glass blocks. Otherwise we're going to have all kinds of spawns down here. Even if I light it up, we're still going to have slimes down here. So these are going to be replaced. So this is going to be the bottom block, and on top of there I'm going to need a stair, but I want to use a different coloured stair. I think I'm going to try and mirror or take the accent of those colours and bring it down here as well. So because you can't have orange concrete stairs, I'm going to have to use red sandstone stairs. So I'm going to do that, but I've got to go and find some. But I'll put a rim around that. So if I've got a chest stair, I need to pull a signal off of that chest like that, and then extend it like that. And I'm going to need, let me just put a temporary block there. I want to put indicator lights on here. 8, 9, shall we get away with 10? Could I get away with 10? Of course I can get away with 10. It doesn't matter how high up I come with these chests, because I don't have to reach them from the bottom. In the past, my golden farms have been limited in the height because I've had to be able to reach the top chests. With these silos, you don't have to, because all of the stuff just flows down into the bottom chest anyway. So this can be as high as we want. I can't go much higher because of the pipes along the top. But I think 10's a decent height. And now I need to hook up a signal to light these lights up when the chests are full. So when the bottom chest is full or there's something in it, I want that indicator light to be lit up. If we just run a line of redstone around here, that should be fine. Like that. So now when we got something in the bottom, I can't break this. So now when we get something in there, that light goes on. Perfect. I can't put power directly into that light, because if I do, that light will light up as well. Because that would be directly powered. At the moment it's indirectly powered. Therefore, only one light comes on. If I were to directly power it, that light would come on as well. And that would be no good, would it? Brilliant. Now that's done, I just need to add the mechanism underneath then. Do I? It doesn't matter where I put it. I was umming and ahhing then about putting the dropper here and having a water chute, but it doesn't really make a difference. Doesn't really make a difference where I have it. I just need to have it somewhere. So now we've got those in, I can fill it back in again. Probably going to fill this in with grey concrete when I tidy it all up again. And now I just need to get up the top. Now do with a bit of scaffolding, which I don't have. So if I stick some water there now, that happens, and anything that comes up that elevator is going to go straight in there. So I just need to cover the top in with slabs now to prevent spawns up here. You wouldn't believe that, would you? Yeah, I like that. I really like that colour. And the sandstone doesn't look any different from the orange concrete up there, does it? It looks exactly the same. So that's that one done. Now I just need to do the other 3. So we've got all the vats in now, and I've got the items for each one of the chests, for each one of the silos in an item frame, and we've got a data pack or a plugin, I'm not quite sure which one it is, that allows us to crouch and make the item frames invisible. So I've got that on there like that. So we've got everything in front. I also, some of the eagle-eyed viewers amongst you probably noticed that I put the sorting mechanism 1 block too low. So fortunately I spotted that before I put water in and started firing things around it, otherwise it would have been a disaster. But now we've got all the stuff in, so I just want to test it to make sure this works. Okay. Very cool. Yeah, I'm loving it. It's got the ink. There it is. Ink goes in. Fantastic. So now that's all done. Oh, hello, Piggy. Up there, dude. Right, now that's all done. The sorter's in. I can fill that up with water. I now need to build that. Oh, I put some orange terracotta concrete, whatever it was, I can't remember, but we put that stuff that's over there, put it around there as well, which matches that up the top. I may put some on there, but I don't want to go OTT with it. I don't want it. It's an accent. It's not meant to be a main colour. So maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know yet. But I've got to now copy that side over to this side. So far, so good. Now that's all done. I've got the glass over the top of it. As I say, I'm going to cover all of this with glass and put a pattern underneath it. So I'm not really worried about it sitting too proud. That's in now. That seems to be working fine. So what I need to do now is get up there and remove the campfires. That one's already out, obviously. So remove those campfires, then get up on top and remove all the prismarine. I've decided I'm going to cover the tops of the vats with the red sandstone slabs, because I think that looks quite nice. So I'm going to do that at the top because I need a slab on the top to prevent spawns. I was using black stone slabs, but it just didn't look right. So I'm quite pleased that I've stumbled upon the sandstone variant. So I've got to get up there. I've got my stuffs. I've got to get up here and... No, I don't have to get up here. Get up here and hopefully not get myself killed while I'm doing it. And I need to take out the campfires. GG me. Brilliant. So I've got the water back into the vats, and it seems to be working great again, as I knew it would do. Now, obviously, they're going to swim against the current. This is not an efficient farm. I'm going to get comments about it. Oh, this is really inefficient. Is there so many better ways of doing it? Yeah, I know there is. But this is not designed to be an efficient farm. It's going to make me more sea lanterns and stuff than I can shake a stick at anyway, regardless of the fact that it's not very efficient. So, I mean, you can put that in the comments if you want to, but I know. And that's working great. That seems to be working fine. They're not backing up anywhere. Brilliant. That is working fine. Yeah. The sorter's working. So I'm happy about that. And the vats. Okay, we've had no ink yet. Yeah, the vats are working. So I'm happy about that. Now I know there's still a lot of stuff to do. We've got to do the walls, turn those into grey concrete. We've got to do the floor, the pattern of the floor, cover it with glass. So there's still a fair bit to do, but this episode has run on quite a long way. I was hoping to get it finished long before now, but this has taken quite a lot, and I didn't want to leave this halfway through. Doing the aesthetics later, the making it look pretty, I can do later, but I wanted this in, and I wanted you to see it working before we called it a day, and I'm very, very happy with it, even though sometimes they don't play ball, but I don't care because it looks brilliant. So if you've made it this far, thank you very, very much. I really do appreciate it. If you have enjoyed the episode, please don't forget to leave it a like. And if you've really loved it, don't forget to subscribe for future videos. And don't forget to check out all the other alphas. They are all fantastic. This is Frilioth, and I'm out of here.